Alright, what is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now, watching this video. I'd really appreciate for your time, and I'd really appreciate if you do consider subscribing, because it truly does help me out a lot. Now, things aren't looking good for Bronny James, LeBron James' son, you know what I mean? Me personally, I think, bro, when people expect way too much out of you, just because you're LeBron's son, it's a lot of pressure, man. You know what I mean? And just because you don't live up to a certain level, bro, and it's just like people all around the world just are disappointed in you just because you're LeBron James' son. Oh, it's like 1 in a billion chance. Like, bro, live up to your genetics. Like, bro, you're LeBron James' son. LeBron James is a legend. Things like that, man. It's just like, it's a lot of pressure, bro, and Bronny James doesn't really talk about it, but at the end of the day, bro, he's still playing basketball, you know what I mean? And he's trying his best, but without further ado, man, let's just play the video.
His blessing is clearly also his biggest curse. As time has gone by, filling the shoes of your all-time great dad has proven to be a challenge that really no one has overcame. Michael Jordan's son infamously flopped well short of the NBA in their given careers. Shareef O'Neal's cakewalk into the NBA is looking like a lost cause, averaging 5 points a game in the G League last year, and now Bronny James is on the outside looking in when it comes to the 2024 NBA draft.
And at guard, a 6'4" senior, number 0, Bronny James.
It's no secret that when your name is LeBron James Jr., for better or for worse, you're going to be treated differently. And when your dad is telling the world that he's waiting for you to arrive in the NBA to put together the pairing that the world has been waiting to see for the last 20 years, the massive target on your back can only get bigger. The case of...
And I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not like they've been just hearing about this guy like everybody else. He's LeBron James' son, of course, you know, LeBron James has been in the NBA for years, and ever since LeBron James had Bronny James, right? Everybody's just been pretty much watching him grow up, whether you like him or not, because he's always, you know, in the media. You know what I mean? Simply because he's LeBron James' son. People always find a way to mention him or talk about him, and you'll always randomly even see him on your feed. I don't know, man, but you get the idea. A lot of people watch him grow up, bro, you know what I mean, from a kid, and they're just waiting on it, you know what I mean, waiting for him to go to the NBA. And it's just like, bro, it's a lot of pressure, even for a normal human being. Like, bro, if you really think about it, it's tough, man.
Bronny James has been complicated since he first began popping up in elementary school. But is the hype for the second coming of LeBron James warranted? Or is this just another NBA kid who will never fit into his dad's shoes? Back in 2002, when I was still rocking a diaper, LeBron James put on a high school career so impactful and memorable that every top prospect would be compared to his pre-draft resume for the next 20 years, it seems like.
They're going to clear the bench, and James is going to come out of the game along with the rest of the starters with 9 seconds to go. What a performance.
Unbelievable in terms of requests with all the endorsements, etc. What a future he has.
Raising the cover of Sports Illustrated and one of the most infamous editions labeled The Chosen One in his junior year of high school, before going first overall in the NBA draft and putting together a career that seems straight out of a movie. 20 years after the initial magazine cover, Sports Illustrated released another cover featuring Bronny, titled The Chosen Sons. Bronny's no stranger to spotlights. He could be seen shooting on NBA floors with his dad since the 2000s, and with a name like LeBron James Jr., his dad in the crowd, and a couple of cool plays here and there, Bronny's elementary school highlights garnered millions of views, of just a 9-year-old being a bit better than everyone else. The hype was unreal with this kid. I mean, he started getting scholarship offers from the best schools in the country when he was 10 years old, with the hope that with the LeBron James training and genetics, this kid could fill out half as well as his dad did.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro, you can't lie. He wasn't getting scholarships from the best schools ever just because he was actually good. You know what I mean? Now, I don't want to, you know, downplay his skills. You know, he was good, but at the end of the day, bro, there's kids all over the world as good as he was till this day, and they don't get scholarships from the best schools ever, bro. Like, come on now. It's because he's LeBron's son, and they're peeping eyes on him, you know what I mean? And they want their 2 cents in, but let's keep going.
James with the best performance of his young high school career, the 15-year-old freshman.
As LeBron made his move to LA, Bronny James would enroll at Sierra Canyon for his freshman year of high school. And this was really our first real taste of the kid in a real game setting outside of random hoop mixtapes at AAU events. Although being the offspring of one of the best high school talents of all time when entering high school alongside Brandon Boston, Zaire Wade, and Zaire Williams, Bronny didn't stack up. Averaging just 4 points in 15 minutes a game, he was completely a supporting piece on a team that was kind of riding his hype wave too. Giving him real playing time in a game against St. Vincent St. Mary's, in front of a sold-out crowd with the James family sitting front row, he definitely did a good job putting asses in seats. And after a 15-point MVP performance in a picture-perfect money grab game, Bronny's face was blasted all over social media, with little reference to the rest of his season being extremely underwhelming. Standing around 6 feet tall, there really isn't a ton that Bronny and his dad really shared in common at this point. Sure, he can facilitate the ball well, but as a secondary ball handler who had a notable weak handle on the ball, leading to a lot of turnovers, it was hard to get him the reps that he needed. Bronny did develop certain aspects of his game to help contribute to his reloaded high school roster, like the catch-and-shoot jump shot that his dad lacked, and the on-ball defense that he didn't really care to play all the time. But entering high school, a 6-foot guard averaging 4 points certainly isn't the chosen one. After the pandemic delay and a torn meniscus all but robbing him of his sophomore season, Bronny would suit up for his junior year with a new set of faces ready to play above him. The addition of Amari Bailey, Kajani Wright, and Ramel Lloyd once again pushing Bronny to the back seat. The year that the chosen one was gracing the cover of Sports Illustrated, averaging 30 bombs, the chosen son was putting up 9 points, 3 boards, and 3 assists as a role player. It wasn't until his senior season that Bronny was given the keys to the offense, and we really saw the reality of Bronny James' game at a high level. And really, it was a pretty good year. At 14 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 1.8 steals, Bronny looked like a skilled bulldog guard who could shoot the ball efficiently at the high school level and really began to fill out into his 6'2"-ish frame. Although a good season, no doubt, being ranked in the top 20 of his class with scholarships coming from every major school you could ask for was way overkill.
And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people try to downplay his hype, saying he's not that tall and things like that. But at the end of the day, there are always gonna be haters, bro. So you just gotta prove them wrong. But at the end of the day, bro, he can't have all of his father's genetics, but he still has extremely good genetics. But let's keep going.
After committing to USC at the end of the season, Bronny hit the draft boards right where you could predict in a lot of mocks. Late first round, straight to the Lakers with their first pick to fulfill the prophecy fan fiction that has been laid out the last 20 years. But now partway through the season, and it seems like Bronny James' bubble has finally popped. 18 games into the season, and Bronny James has fallen out of the starting rotation for the Trojans and out of every major online draft board you can think of, putting up 5.7 points this year on 36% from the field and 27% from behind the three-point line. There's really nothing about his game this year that screams NBA draft. At maybe 6'3", running the point guard in the NBA is one of the hardest transitions for a player to make. And although his defense on the ball and his playmaking skills do look transferable to an NBA guard, there really isn't much else there that does. A guard of his size with a notably weak handle is going to be a tough transition, even just to the college level, which we've already seen. And the losing minutes on a 10-16 team show that Bronny's nowhere near where it needs to be to meet his preseason mock draft position, shooting 27% from deep for...
But yeah, man, let's skip kind of to the end so we can wrap this video up. I don't want this video to be too long, so...
his pops if you choose to burn a second-round pick on him. There's no shortage of nepotism in the NBA, as Thanasis Antetokounmpo has certainly learned, and the same could certainly be true for Bronny as well. But if he wants to be more than the rich kid with a cool jersey sitting at the end of the bench, there's definitely a better course of action. Bronny James is a good player, but he's not LeBron James. There have been many players that stuck at it in college and made serious improvements throughout their 4 years there. Despite what people may tell you, not every draft prospect is a one and done, and Bronny James definitely isn't either. You can fix a jump shot.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna end this video here. Let me know what you guys think. And do you guys think that Bronny James has this chance to redeem himself? Not sure, man, but looks like he by the way it's looking right now, it basically just looks like he's not gonna make it to the NBA. But we'll see, man. You never really know. He is LeBron James' son now. Like, come on, he's LeBron James' son. But, you know, it's a lot of pressure. You know, people expect him to make it to the NBA, things like that, man. But hopefully his father isn't too hard on him and things like that. And I know recently he got into a little accident or medical situation and whatnot. So hopefully he's all right. And yeah, man. But let me know what you guys think and subscribe for more content, man. Peace out.